Welcome to Restored by Polish, where we talk about how polish helps us with our overall mental and physical well-being. Welcome if you're new. I'm Krista.
I'm Jacqueline.
And we are going to be doing our favorite pastel greens. A little late Topic Tuesday, but are you excited?
We're outside.
We're outside.
Yay.
We feel like we're pretty good. We don't need to wear masks right now since we're outside in the nice weather. We're having one of those funny March days in Idaho where it's very spring-like.
And then it will swing back.
And then one that was snow, like, you know.
Next week.
March is kind of weird like that. It always seems like March starts out like really warm and then we have winter again like later on. So it's crazy. So we're a little late on this one because once again, I don't know, the beginning
happens.
of the month. Well, the beginning of the month is always hard to like get that topic going and get going. So, but of course, green is one of
my favorite.
Yay! So she's really excited about this. So we're gonna look at some favorite pastel greens, do some swatching, and maybe decide if do I need all of these? And some of them are pretty similar. We'll find out.
Yeah, some of yours look like the same to me from here.
Yeah, some of them are pretty old too. They're ones I've had like for like years.
Maybe you need to give me a few.
She's always trying to steal my polish.
I am.
You know, it's like I'm supposed to just give it all away.
It's research and development.
That's true.
R&D.
You could do R&D just by walking down to my house and looking at it.
I know,
right?
R&D.
Yes. All right, let's get the camera turned around and take a look. Okay, so we're gonna get started. We have, what do we have? 7 polishes that we're gonna be looking at. One is Jacqueline's, so we'll be checking that one out. But we're gonna start, kind of started this with being from lightest tone to kind of the darker tone. I mean, it is pastel. We can't get too dark. And so we had a little bit of trouble with just kind of narrowing down. Defining what pastel is. So.
She knocked a bunch of mine out, but they're coming back for St. Patrick's Day.
There you go. Yeah, well, actually we have a really fun video planned for St. Patrick's Day, greens. Okay, we're gonna get started. The first one that we're gonna be looking at is Zoya. This is my very favorite Zoya pastel green. They have a few, but and this one is Tiana, and it is just this really pretty, what else can I say about light green, perfect, wonderful formula. I don't believe this is one. Oh, I did. I was gonna say, I couldn't remember if I used the Z-wide brush on this. So for this one, I did change the brush out and put their Z-wide brush into. So that makes the application phenomenal. I love that one. So yeah, that one to me is just like the quintessential pastel green. Pretty. Now, before I had my Zoyas, before I even knew anything about Zoya, this was my go-to pastel green. So this is Revlon Colorstay MV, and this particular shade is Cha-ching, 225. I have loved this one. They have a whole I don't know, set of them that are just pastels, and I have loved all of them. So I wanted to do these right next to each other because I wanted to compare it, because it does remind me of Zoya's Tiana, and this one is
bluer. It's
a little bluer, but it's really old too. So that formula, being from Revlon, pretty good. Yeah, I would say the Zoya one is just a tiny bit more yellow toned, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Just a little bit, but pretty close. So, but yeah, if you are looking for something that's, pretty cheap, these Revlon Colorstays are really good for that. So, okay, the next one is one that I won from Walker from Olive Ave Polish. This was I think it was her very first set that she put out with her polishes. And this one is sort of that same toned pastel green, but it's got a little tiny bit of gold shimmer in there. And this is Calla Lily from Olive Ave Polish. So let's take a look at that. She does have kind of the smaller brushes on there, but the formula is so good that the application's really easy. And the shimmer, you really do see the shimmer. I wore it last year, and you can really see the shimmer. Maybe not so much on camera here in the first coat, but I think when we get that second coat on there, you'll really see it. I don't know if we can get up closer there.
Yeah, I don't think
we're not seeing it yet.
Well, I can see it, but I don't think you can see it in the camera. Oh, you can see it a little bit in the camera.
Can you?
Yeah,
okay. Well, let's look at it when you get to the second one. This is probably my next one here is my all-time favorite pastel green. It's from Emily DeMolly. It was from her, I think it was their like Enchanted collection, and this one's called Enchanted Forest. She had this whole collection of pastels with iridescent flakies in there.
I can totally make that one. one.
Yeah, this at the time, I probably got this. It's been several years now that I've had this. This was like brand new. Like I think she was one of the first one that was doing like these iridescent.
I have everything to make that right now.
The other thing I love about this one is that I like the blue tone to it.
It's pretty.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful? I love that. Well, good. If you can make it, then you don't have to steal this one from me.
No, I don't have to steal that one from you. You're right.
Oh, I just love it. I do kind of favor the blue tone pastels like that. I think they're just so pretty. All right, and then for something super fun, a really fun one from Glam Polish, this one is Daydream Believer. Pretty recent. I want to say this was last spring, actually. Might have been 2 springs ago. But just this is a little bit darker. It's still pastel green, but it's a little deeper tone pastel green. And it has neon pink tiny glitters and then also iridescent flakies. So a lot going on in that one. Let's take a look. Oops, and I got the fail where the cap,
the brush fail.
The brush didn't come off with the cap, but there we go. So
that one's fun.
Isn't that fun? So it's almost like the Emily Damali, but you add that kick of
It's a little more yellow though.
Is it?
A little
bit, yeah. I guess
maybe
it is
from
tiny.
here.
Yeah, a little bit tiny more yellow. So, all right. So and then let's move on to we have 2 more. So I'm going to talk about Jacqueline's first. So how do you want? You tell me about it.
You can turn it over so they can see
the color
there you
go.
Instead of my little code.
Your codes that you have on there.
It is green.
It's green. There you have it, people.
And it
has no name again, too, right? It's got something. Oh my goodness. It's definitely, I see gold shimmer.
Yeah.
It's got gold shimmer
if
in
you
there.
Put it on the nail swatch, I might.
All right, let's do it then. Oh my gosh. No name.
I literally went upstairs and named things today. I like this one. Why am I not wearing that right now?
You're like, ooh.
It's like Christmas.
Well, it's a little darker, that's for sure. It's a little.
No, it's like means it's. Oh, we just found it, so it's like a present.
Oh, it's like a present to you.
Yeah,
I see.
it's got some. I think that has some micro flakes.
It does. I can tell, and it doesn't look like it's all. There's I want to say it's like what would you call that? Champagne flakies in there.
And it's kind of an olivey tone.
Yeah, a little bit, or avocado-ish, but pastel avocado.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe when we put the second coat on, we'll change our minds and see how dark it is. It's super pretty. Nice formula. Looks good. All right, and then the last one, and I'm not sure that this one even gets to count. It's definitely, it's a neon, but it's like pastel neon.
Pastel neon.
It's a pastel neon. Well, it is. I mean, there's been lots of
It's definitely a pastel neon.
It's a pastel neon. It's called Lucky. I have worn it before. It probably borderline whether or not we call that a true pastel, but let's see.
Woo!
It's bright, huh?
Woo! That is some bright stuff.
That is bright. I know, and I've worn this one before, but the formula is it's all right. It's a little less streaky, right?
Well,
and a little patchy.
But we've talked about that with neons. They're really hard to get solid coverage.
Yeah, to get an opacity on
As a maker, I would say that.
And have you explained it before? Tell us why. I think it's just the white in there.
It's a different element to work with. It's just more I don't even know how to describe it. It's wetter. Like it's a dry powder, but it's wetter than normal.
All right.
And
so different density.
I think it doesn't. Yeah, it's like goopy. It's weird.
Okay. That's why, because I know you hear everybody talk about that the neons are just tricky. All the makers say how tricky they are to make. So, okay, so
they're like wet sand.
Oh, like wet sand. I can see.
They're kind of like wet sand.
I would imagine that makes it difficult for it to blend.
Correct.
Yeah. So.
Well, and I feel like if you use too much in there, you get too thick of a polish, and that's why they're a little bit more sheer.
Right.
Because you can't overdo it, or you get a goopy mess.
Right.
It's a delicate balance.
It's a little balance. Okay.
Okay, we got to do second coat.
Let's do some second coats. We'll take a look. Okay, we're back, and I've got second coats on each of these. So we have that first one is that Zoya Tiana. I have nothing bad to say about that one. It's absolutely still is my favorite, probably pastel.
I love all of those.
Yeah, all of them are super pretty. But if I was going to have a go-to one, this is my go-to for sure. Just based on consistency, formula, color tone. That's like my spring green right there. But second runner-up, I would think for just a cream would be Cha-Ching from Revlon Colorstay. The little air bubble in the middle, just ignore it. That was user error because I didn't wait long enough for it to go. But yeah, no, that's definitely a close runner-up. Olive Ave's Calla Lily. We were just trying to decide, can you actually see the shimmer in there? I know when I had it on, you
I
really
see
could.
it. Yeah,
It's there. It's just very, very subtle.
I do see it.
Yeah, very subtle. If you know anything about Walker, she's definitely not one to go for bling bling. So I think if she puts any elements in, her polishes are usually pretty subtle. All right, and then the beautiful Emily Damali Enchanted Forest. I love that. That's Easter, right? I just love it. Just so pretty. And then the last one here is Glam Polish's Daydream Believer. We were just commenting that this is a perfect one to go from spring to summer, right? You're getting just the spring color of that pastel green, but that pop of the pink, hot pink neons in there. So super fun. All right, now the last two.
This one that you kicked out is technically pastel. I'm going to throw it out there. That one is a pastel because you're about to throw me under the bus. This is a pastel.
Look, I haven't even brought these on out yet. She's already trying to defend herself.
Yes, this one
Let's
is a pastel.
talk about this first. Okay, so is this pastel green, people? That is not pastel.
It's not, but it's lovely.
It is beautiful. I love it. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It just didn't make it. All
that
right,
one
well,
is.
Let's throw it on there.
That one is pastel.
But again, does it have a name?
No.
Can we get it anywhere?
No.
Everybody vote. What do you think? Is that a pastel? It's
This
more
is-
of a light lime green is what I'm thinking.
Oh,
so I don't
no.
know.
That's a
but
pastel.
I'm letting her get away with it because this one from LA Colors, this Lucky, is definitely, I don't think, really a pastel green either.
All right.
So,
Well, we
so these
failed.
can all be the rejects right here. These are our rejects.
Hey,
They didn't
easy there, girlfriend.
No, I'm saying rejects for the video,
don't
not rejects for
rejects.
polish, but
Yeah.
rejects for they're definitely not pastel greens.
You're
So,
trampling
but they're
on my
pretty.
greens.
They're pretty. So, well, we're going to talk more about your greens in a later video.
right.
So,
All right.
all right. What are your favorite pastel greens? Do I need something? Am I missing something in my collection?
No,
that I
she doesn't
should
need anything.
Absolutely have.
No, tell her no, she doesn't need anything.
Please let me know in the comments. We thank you for joining us. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye.